It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast. You know, on Saturdays, we play fun music and we feature great information at 993thevine.com with me, Big Rick Stewart, and music from my time at Live 105 and at KVYN. We also mix in some stories that I find kind of interesting, whether it's local music or food or tech or just kind of some cool things I think you ought to know about. It's always lots of fun. Fun music and great information happens every Saturday at 993thevine.com. And the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast features great information like this. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information with me, Big Rick Stewart, hanging out here every Saturday. We start at 8 a.m. We go all day. And, I just like to give you a little companionship for whatever you got going on Saturday. So it's cleaning up from the storms or running around doing errands or just laying around doing nothing. Yeah, that's my kind of Saturday right there. Hey, if you want to go to a party, I got a party for you. It's not here, though. You're going to have to travel a little bit, but you have lots of time to make plans to go to Milwaukee. What? Why would you ever want to go to Milwaukee? Well, how about for Harley Davidson's 120th birthday? Oh, yeah. Now we're talking about a party. I mean, Harley people know how to party, right? So this is all happening mid-July, the 13th through the 16th at multiple venues in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, because that's the home of Harley Davidson, but you probably knew that. They just announced some of the musical lineup. Are you ready for this? Green Day will be there, as well as a band that actually just announced they're going to continue. We don't quite know the full lineup yet, I don't think, but the Foo Fighters are on the bill. Foo Fighters and Green Day headlining Harley Davidson 120th Anniversary Bash in Milwaukee. They have a history of great parties, and they only do them every 5 years. Tickets for the concerts and the party and everything else on sale now. The festival website is h-d.com/homecoming tickets. Look up Harley Davidson and you'll probably find it, I'm sure. All right, so it's going to be lots of fun. It's in Milwaukee. It's in the middle of July. It's a Harley party. Happy 120th birthday, Harley Davidson. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information right here at 993thevine.com. Hey, I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information. This one is going to be useful if you want to share the Saturday soundtrack. Yeah, this would work, or any other audio. If you have an iPhone or iPad, and if the person you're hanging out with has some AirPods or Beats headphones, this will work. Now, back in the day, you used to have those plug-in headphones, right? And you give one person the left channel and you had the right channel or whatever, and you each had one. You had to stand right next to each other, and it was kind of cool for a minute, and then you're like, okay, this is terrible, this is awful, and you take them out of your ear and you move on. Or you could use a Bluetooth speaker and annoy everyone. But how about this? Wirelessly share your audio. Okay, you ready for this? All right, you have to have an iPhone or an iPad for this to work, and I got this tip from Tom's Hardware. They always have really good tips on these things. So while you're listening to some really fun audio, like say the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack right now, and you want to share this with somebody, and they also have some Apple AirPods, you swipe down from the top right corner of your phone, and then you get that little control center, right? Tap on the AirPods symbol in the now playing box, and then you have a menu that says share audio. Then guess what happens? Well, the iPhone looks for another set of AirPods. It finds them, and then you say, yeah, use those. And then you can both wirelessly share the same audio. Isn't that cool? There might be a way to do this on Android phones, but I don't know how to do it. But I know how to do it on an iPhone. And there you go. It's not that hard to do. It's pretty simple. It's lots of fun and a good way to share some audio. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Thanks for hanging out with me today. It's fun music and great information every Saturday at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information with me, Big Rick Stewart. This just in. Tom Hanks announces he does cocaine. No, it's not what you think. Hold on a second now. It's actually a new cocktail that Tom Hanks came up with. Although, in the world of cocktails, people mix all kinds of things, but some people get the credit, and we're going to give Tom Hanks credit for this one. It has to have Diet Coke. Why? Tom Hanks is a type 2 diabetic, so he drinks Diet Coke. And yeah, I like Diet Coke as well. It's a pretty tasty little drink. And you can mix it with all kinds of things. All right, so as he told Colbert on The Late Show, he says, I sip this through the night. That would be a Diet Coke. So go back a few weeks, and Tom Hanks is in New York City at Cafe Carlyle, and they're having a little, holiday dinner. And they bring out a celebratory bottle of champagne, and he's got his Diet Coke. And they both have bubbles, and they're kind of fizzy, and they both taste good. So Tom Hanks says, well, give me a shot of champagne in my Diet Coke. So he mixes Diet Coke and champagne, and he comes up with what he calls cocaine, as in champagne and Coca-Cola. Diet Coke, of course, so that's a must in this drink. Turns out, actually, it tastes pretty good. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to try this before I tell you about it. And guess what? It actually tastes pretty good. Although I don't try to use really expensive champagne. Maybe just, sparkling wine on sale. But anyway, it actually tastes pretty good. And Tom Hanks gives it the name cocaine, Coke and champagne. Not what you're thinking. And he says it tastes pretty good and you ought to give it a try. Okay, you ready? Give it a try. 2 parts of sparkling wine / champagne. 1 part Diet Coke, and see what you think. I like it. Way to go, Tom Hanks. By the way, from Oakland, California, graduate of Skyline High. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information, and sometimes some crazy stories. Every Saturday here at 99.3thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information every Saturday here at 99.3thevine.com with me, Big Rick Stewart. What can you do while it's just storming outside and you just sitting around going crazy? You can watch a lot of Netflix or something, or your favorite shows or football games. What else can you do? You can have some popcorn, of course. But here's the thing. Maybe you don't know how to make good popcorn. Microwave popcorn, say, for example, because that's the easiest one. That's what everybody makes. Maybe you burn the popcorn and it doesn't come out right. You just what's the deal with this? It's driving you crazy. Or maybe you do know, but you need some popcorn refreshers or ideas to kind of make it more interesting. I'm here to help. So here we go. Quick lessons on making popcorn. First, if you buy that microwave popcorn, okay, all right. I mean, you can, advance a little bit and buy the loose popcorn kernels, but make sure to put it in your oven with the ears pointed upwards. All right, that's kind of important because the bag has to expand. Use your popcorn button or whatever else, but maybe don't use your popcorn button. Set your microwave to high for 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. Don't even check your Instagram. Just stand there and wait. You're going to start hearing the kernels popping. And listen, because when the kernels have about 2 or 3 seconds between pops, you are done. If you push it anymore, you start burning the popcorn. And and I know, you don't want that to happen. All right, you want to use some butter and salt? Okay, I mean, that's pretty traditional. But other people, they use garlic powder and rosemary, some Parm cheese. I like to use some curry powder in my popcorn. All kinds of fun things. Try some taco seasoning. Experiment. After all, popcorn is kind of a delivery method for other flavors. All right, so enjoy your popcorn. Don't burn your popcorn. And thanks for listening to me, Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information every Saturday. Yay, popcorn at 99.3thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information every Saturday here with me, Big Rick Stewart. Thanks for hanging out this afternoon, playing music from my Live 105 and my KFOG days. Hey, both of those radio stations were pretty close to the business district of San Francisco. San Francisco's not that big. We were both just south of Market, but just across the street from where all the big financial and now all the .coms are located. So when I read these stories, I'm thinking oh, I know where that is. This comes to us from a website called SFIST. It's a good website if you want to know San Francisco info. SFIST. Are you ready for this? Now, work from home and some tech layoffs and just some other factors mean that people don't really have to go to work anymore. I mean, they lost their job, unfortunately, or they get to work from home, which can be kind of cool. So then what happens to these offices in San Francisco, for example? Well, they're empty. And there's a reported SFIST that there are currently 15 Salesforce towers worth of empty offices in San Francisco. The giant, huge high-rise that some people don't like. They think it's really ugly. All right, maybe. There's 15 of those. Well, the equivalent of that in empty office space in San Francisco. This is a pandemic high. And this report comes from Socket Site, which kind of follows some of the San Francisco business real estate. That is a huge number. Lots of these vacancy numbers have just been going up and up, and I read somewhere that said that some of these leases are coming due in 2023. Most likely, lots of these companies won't renew the leases for these empty office spaces. All right, so it's kind of a different scene. And then think about what it does to all the sandwich places and the lunch stops and the coffee shops that need the support of all these office workers. Things are changing in downtown San Francisco and other places as well. Thanks for hanging out with me today. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information right here every Saturday at 993thevine.com. Well, those are some stories that I have featured on the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Tune in at 8 a.m. every Saturday at 993thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart here. Music from my days at Live 105 and KFOG, some current songs, lots of surprises and more. It's always lots of fun. We have a 10 at 10, a Beatles brunch at noon. It happens all day. The Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack and the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack podcast. Tell your friends, and thanks for listening to this podcast, and thanks for checking out 993thevine.com.